John, thank you. When we set out to merge the two series, the goal was to elevate sports car racing in the championship in the U.S. Putting my Daytona Speedway hat on, it's great having Michelin back competing at the highest level. And for all of the media that have covered this sport and been involved with both of us over the years, we hope you share with us our enthusiasm going forward of what our future looks like. If you look around the Daytona Speedway, we're making a huge investment in the future. Our new structure out front will be the most massive undertaking that we've ever made, and it's all about the future. And it will debut at the 2016 Rolex, the first time that it will be used. And for us, I believe it offers, for the sports car fan, it will be a unique viewing opportunity and experience where you'll have the motorsports and a pub atmosphere in some areas and a real experience when you come to the event. The 24-hour race is one of those events that really lends itself to an experience. So bringing our two groups together, and if you look at the competition and the teams and the manufacturers, they're all gathered here at Daytona this weekend, kicking off what I always call the official opening of the season, motorsport season. And every one of you that have been coming here for years, you've seen the weather every which way it can be. It's improving. And I think we're in for one of the most exciting, anticipated 24-hour races that, in my memory anyway, that we've seen. And we're looking forward to a great weekend. Hopefully everybody, I know you're working, but hopefully you're enjoying yourselves also. And thank you.
Do we have any questions for these gentlemen while they're here? Okay.
I have a
One
question
second.
for the
We'll get to the microphone.
question for you, the representative of Michelin America. When you walk through the fan zone here, you see this merchandising tents and trailers, etc., etc. Are you planning maybe to produce die-cast model of the Bibendum for the fans? I think there must be massive interest to buy this.
Okay. We already have licensed products featuring Mr. Bib or Bibendum. They're not on site, but we do have those sorts of items available.
Anyone else? Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Dwight from RaceTank.com. Mr. French, could you maybe make a comment? There were a lot of naysayers at the beginning of the announcement of the merger. And do you think that was almost a benefit to you to be able to get together and show those naysayers that they're a little bit wrong?
Well, I would say, I wouldn't call them naysayers, but there's always skepticism when something new is started. I had the benefit of working with Scott, Ed, and Don. All of us have a passion for this sport, and knowing what we were putting together was truly a merger plan, and how to come together as a team. We both had great teams, and to combine our strengths. And so the technical side is probably the most challenging, to bring all the different aspects of competition together in one event. And our technical team, we had some great technical folks also that have been working to accomplish that. And so I had some knowledge that I felt confident that this was going to be a success. And for the fans of sports car racing in the U.S. and I think globally, it was the right thing. We should have probably done it years ago. And in addition, when we sat down and started working together, we're friends and have mutual respect for each other and make a great team. And so I was kind of confident we could make it work. And I think everybody up there was of that mindset, and we dedicated ourselves to trying to do that. Thank you.
Chairman G?
Go.
I just like to say, I think evidence of this is there's a lot of trophies out there. You can be first place, you can be second place, you can be the best sportsman, the best driver, you can be everything. But we need a trophy, really, for the best kept secret of motorsports. It actually set a record for over 5 months. And in motorsports, that is really endurance racing. And I think the fact that we worked so closely together to get this done and kept it under wraps until everything was complete, I think is a great accomplishment to the whole team, Scott and Ed and Jim and I, working and not talking and keeping you guys in the dark, and that was a great success.
Got it?
Godwin Kelly, News Journal for Jim France. What would you think your dad would think now? Would you think he's pretty happy with what's happened?
Definitely. His vision for Daytona when he built the Speedway was for it to be an international center for motorsports and for the automotive industry. And this is the continuation and going off into the future with his dream. He was a man of great vision, and I like to think that we're trying to continue his vision and take it into the next level. So the first race that he organized, a sports car race here, to really validate he named the place, he was a big thinker, the Daytona International Speedway. At the time, we were a bunch of good old boys running stock cars in the South. And his vision was to truly make this the International Speedway. And he did that with the organization of it was a 3-hour Daytona Con-On event. And if you have a copy of J.J. O'Malley's history of the 24-hour race, look at the starting grid for that event. And it was every major motorsports driver from every major international championship that competed in that event. Last night we were having dinner with David Hobbs, who is our Grand Marshal. He competed in that event. So he was here for our very first sports car international event. He's here for the introduction of our new Tudor series, the start of a new era, and he's here. He was the very first one he competed in it. In that event, Dan Gurney won. I think A.J. Foyt finished last. Roger Penske was in the race. If you go down and look at that list, it's very special. And that's what this event is. It brings together teams, competitors, manufacturers at every level from all over the world trying to win this thing.
As a follow-up to that, do you think this race has become sort of the world's all-star race for drivers?
I think so. I think that was part of my dad's vision when he launched the thing back in 1962. It was my brother's idea to make a 24-hour race out of it. We grew the thing from a 3-hour race to I think 1,000 kilometers or 10 or 12 hours, and then went to the 24-hour format. And I think his goal, it was a time of the year when there's a lot of drivers that have got cabin fever, for lack of a better term, an opportunity to come. And for a driver, it's a big event. It's a global event. It's one that kind of validates your career if you can win it. And along with other events, the Panoz event, the Daytona 500, the Indy 500, there's some key global events that really, I think, are recognized by the drivers for the challenge that it is. If you have that in your resume, you've accomplished something. You have major championships and major events, and this is one of them. I think on a global basis, you could go around to motorsports fans in any part of the world and ask them to name the 10 most important motorsports events. This is one of those events that would appear on a lot of those lists. They might, some areas, might be Monaco and this, and, you know, some Formula One events, but I think you'll always find the Daytona 500